So Trent Bigelow is the CEO of Track.
Thank you. Hey guys, I'm going to be a little bit more interactive since this is the last session. You guys waited so patiently for it. Quick show of hands. Who in here in the room gets a pay stub every 2 weeks or so? Okay. All right. I'm sensing a lot of freelancers in here. Why not pay stub every 2 weeks? One of the realities of getting a pay stub every 2 weeks is that you have an employer who is actually withholding enough for taxes every time you get paid. And for myself, and I guess a lot of people here didn't raise their hands, nobody is withholding taxes for any of us every time our clients pay us. And those clients can be everything from Airbnb when you're hosting and maybe you have mixed income, or you're an Uber driver, or you're a full-time consultant and graphic designer, and you're running essentially your own small business, but it's really just you as a solopreneur. So my co-founders and I, as freelancers, got tired of spending time on busy work that doesn't pay. We thought there must be some way that we could just have taxes that do themselves. And as you know, there are lots of software options out there that you can do your taxes. What we realized is no one will actually help you do the withholding, which, if you think about it, if you think of like 80-20 principle, it's really only 20% of the work, but it really does account for kind of 80% of the output. So, since we're doing demos tonight, I'll just run you through a quick demo. We are launching our new product at South by Southwest as part of the AWS Startup Showcase. So I'll try to do what I can to preview the product that you can sign up for today. First thing, you can sign up for a bank account, or sign up with your bank account. Actually, we're going to skip this because we're going to do Julia Child's baked versions, given the time here. Let's just say that we used Yodlee, like Streamloan in here, and I know there are some Yodlee people here. That lets us connect to your bank account securely. Once we've done that, we actually have, over the last year, we've built a machine learning model based on hundreds of thousands of transactions from our users, and we're able to do a level of prediction where we actually have an idea of whether or not those transactions may be 1099. It helps if it's things like your Airbnb, like labeled things. For those that are not, we can go through and have the user actually identify, and in this case here I've got 3 income items. This one online transfer was from a client. It's $500. I've checked that, but that is 1099 income. Again, I'm going to do the Julia Child's oven. Since this is an activity that occurs over time, tomorrow morning I'd actually get a text message from Track that's letting me know that I owe X amount of money for taxes, and that money is then automatically withheld into a TSA. So think HSA, like health savings account. We've created a new category called tax savings account. And it kind of mimics what your employer is doing for you if you had a boss that was withholding for you. So once you've gone through that experience, at the end of the week, you'll actually be given an email. This is kind of more of a record of all the pay stubs. But every week, you'll actually be given your earnings statement. This one's the dummy data for the demo here tonight. You could use this pay stub, even though you are your own employer. You can use this as an earnings statement for something as simple as getting an apartment. You know, just think about that one experience where as a solopreneur, it's not that easy, let alone probably actually going to a bank and proving it that way. Our mission is to start by giving away free tax withholding to any self-employed person in America who wants it. And from there, we're working on other experiments like, okay, now that you've set aside money for taxes, how about we save you some money by going through and identifying possible business deductions? And that's where we begin to more compete, with other more traditional accounting businesses out there. Longer term, we actually see our business going beyond just tax withholding and accounting. We love the idea and the mission of building a fintech company for the world, or for the United States, and then eventually the world self-employed, where if we have access and the users trust to look at and analyze their banking transactions, we have so much context. So think back to like Google, where somebody is actually searching contextual, and they can then Google then presents an ad. The same thing, we see an opportunity where we're not treating ads to users. We're actually giving people favorites for opportunities to make more money, for businesses that actually make sense for those users, given their situation. with that, I'm happy to take questions.
Workout tonight.
This is in the cloud.
It is.
Is this something that it's private, so somebody could back into it? So usually if you're self-employed, you may look at it one way and decide, well, I don't want to count this, I want to look at it differently. So you could do that.
Absolutely. You can uncheck or check as many transactions.
And there's no record.
There is a record on our site of every transaction. So the idea is that you can turn it on or off for each transaction that you want to withhold on, and it self-corrects.
Hands up high.
Really, no consultants in this room. No one has a problem with withholding.
Trent, how do you make money?
Really easy. We do it two ways. One, everybody needs to file for taxes at least once a year. And if you make more than $600 as a self-employed person, you really should be filing 4 times a year. So in the last year, especially during the time that we were at 500 startups, we did find it very difficult to try to convince the self-employed to file 4 times a year. And so kind of learning from that, we're realizing it shouldn't be about how do I get you to comply with what the US government wants you to do. It really should just be how can I either save you money or how can I make you money. But again, it comes back to the tax withholding. That's what gives us the data to be able to make those upsells.
When you say filing, you mean like you're estimating?
Yeah, you're estimating your 1040 ES voucher. Yep.
Good fun.
Not your
So,
941.
just a question. With this, if let's say you were to follow it, would it actually take money, let's say money comes into your account and then sends it automatically to the IRS?
So for that, you got to pay for it. But what we'll do for free is we'll put it into your TSA. And that way you can pay for it at the quarter, at the end of the year if you want. But you can bet you're going to receive the upsell emails from us trying to convince you to let us do it for you for $9 a month. Yeah?
So, as a self-employed,
Yes?
but my biggest issue is not really to pay too much taxes. It's really going to be more about my health care, okay?
Sure.
Because I can expend pretty much everything. Everything is, and knowing what to expense will be the issue. But really, how do I get coverage will be my primary, and how do I set up everything to get that done? That would be my primary concern.
Sure. We spent a long time doing a lot of customer development research, and your primary concern kind of ranked as the number 3 concern in a lot of studies. Number 1 that we always get, I'm not putting yours down, but the number 1 we always heard was the one we all kind of the unspoken one. How do I make more money? I'm not making enough money. That's the first concern we always hear. That's how do I get more clients?
Yeah.
That would be generation 2 and through partnerships. The next piece is how do I deal with compliance? I'm not paid to do my taxes. I had somebody when I was employed, somebody at a department figure this out. But number 3, we hear all the time, is definitely my employer's not covering me anymore. How do I get insured? And so for situations like that, that's where we see opportunity for partnership. And we have the data to know whether or not you are or you're not paying for health insurance.
So just 2 parts of the question. So as a freelancer, one can have multiple revenue channels, right, at the end of the day. Does your platform distinguish that, or one has to manually input that?
So for right now, before South by, it just all goes into one revenue stream. It can be Airbnb alongside Uber, it could be checks, it could be anything like that, and it's just aggregated into the one income stream on your pay stub. And something you can expect very, very soon is the idea, like you just said, where you can actually group these different income types into whatever you put in as a line item on your pay stub.
Then, from a future product development perspective, can your platform actually understand a freelancer's behavior relative to the tax codes what an IRS platform would look at? And when you do tax return and say, wait a minute, you got this much revenue in, that's like a red flag, or this expense happened before you actually file a tax return, so you don't actually get hit by a tax audit.
That sounds like a really cool future feature, especially online. So no, I think that sounds awesome in the sense that I'll put it really plainly. We're inventing the tax withholding category because no one's doing that. There are so many really, really important leaders like Intuit or or H&R Block, and more recently our partner Credit Karma that help you file for taxes. So again, that's an area where we want to partner. But I hate to say it's still your idea. That sounds like a really great idea to help, say, our partners like Credit Karma be able to maybe have better audit protection.
Well, for freelancing, you can pay me and I'm happy
There
to
you go.
test out your
As long as you withhold on that 1099 check, absolutely.
Trent, just real quick before you break, is this something that QuickBooks could use as a third-party provider or as a potential acquisition target?
It could be both. We've been getting to know the Intuit QuickBooks Self-Employed team pretty well. Again, that's an excellent example of accounting, and it's kind of like we happen right before accounting. That's where withholding, and we're on our agenda. For the next 12 months, we'll be integrating with products like Xero or Intuit.
Fantastic. Good stuff. All right, Trent.
Thank you.